Hi, my name is Nick Robinson. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and we're here at Victoria Park with Veronica Delfino, and we're going to be telling you how to do a belly rehab workout. So this particular workout is designed for people that are either deconditioned and really want to target their core. Maybe you have back pain and you know that you need to strengthen your abdominal wall, or ideally it's for women post-baby who really need to target and recondition their pelvic floor and their lower belly before they can gradually get back into a regular exercise routine. So Veronica, I'm going to have you put your hands behind your head. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want your upper body to relax while we really target and focus the lower belly. So let's first talk about what muscles we're going to be targeting. So the truth about your abdominal muscles is there are many muscles in your core, from your back muscles, your obliques, your transverse abdominis, your rectus abdominis, even your pelvic floor and your inner outer thighs are involved in your core strength. The job of the abdominal muscle is to flex the spine or rotate the spine. So in order to make those abdominals stronger, that's what we have to do. We have to flex the spine. To target your lower belly and your pelvic muscle though, is we're going to use the muscles that are responsible for moving the pelvis. We're going to strengthen them by moving the pelvis in a really specific way. So the more mobility in your pelvis and the more you apply resistance to that movement, the stronger your belly is going to be. Take your toes up, push your heels into the floor. I'm going to use this little ball to put between your knees and have you squeeze them so that you're engaging your adductors. It's a fancy word that means the inside of your thighs. And so once your adductors are engaged, you're going to feel a deeper connection with your pelvic floor. So as you're going to move the pelvis, I'm going to have you press up into my fingertip here. So she is creating space now, you can see, underneath her spine. And now she's going to do what in Pilates we call imprinting. She's going to press, tucking her pelvis powerfully into the floor, pulling the belly in. At the same time, I want you to contract your pelvic floor and then take it back again. So we go up and press. Deep, 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 deep. Push, pulling the belly button deep into the floor towards the spine. And then again, and then down. Now this seems like a really easy exercise, but trust me, if you are just doing crunches, you're not doing yourself a favor because you're neglecting an incredibly important place to tone. Typically, if we had a long time and I can do a full workout with you, I would spend a good couple of minutes just on this one particular exercise. I'm going to have you keep squeezing the ball, but now you're going to move your feet out. So open your feet wide, squeeze the ball here. Let me reposition it so that now you're doing even more pressure toward the center. And we're going to do that again. So you're going to feel the movement and the contraction is changing place in your body. And up, and the solicitation all the way down. Your hip, your glutes, and your thighs will change as well, because we're working now an entire system that is responsible for a beautiful and toned core. Don't forget, if you're doing this exercise, you've got to do your Kegels. That means you pull in your pelvic floor. And that's not just for women, men too. You also need to have a strong pelvic floor, whether you're a woman or a man, but it's more challenging for women because we have childbearing issues that go along with that. All right, and keep going up and imprint deeply. And you want to make sure that you're breathing in harmony with this. So you inhale on the way up and exhale and press deeply into the floor on your way down. Perfect. We would do another couple of minutes of these. And then the next thing we're going to do now is I'm going to take away the ball. You're going to step your feet together. This time you're going to get your knees to come out. So let your knees open, relax. Do the same thing again. Tuck and lift. Tuck and tilt. 1 or 2 minutes until we start getting to a feeling of real work is achieved, and then you lengthen the legs out completely. Now watch how this is going to limit your movement. Up and contract down, tucking and tilting. So you see how her range of motion now is restricted. So you've got to work even deeper into isometric contraction here. We're now going to solicit one side and the other side. Just bend your knee and tuck it on top of, yeah, there we go. This one is going to come up, here we go, this one comes up. Now, here's where the challenge is. I want you to do the same thing. I want you now to lift the pelvis off the floor. So press down and try to lift this knee up. And drop and lift. Rather than rocking backwards and forwards, try coming up. You're not going to get a tremendous amount of lift. If you come up a millimeter or two, I'm I'm going to be pleased. But you're going to feel a much deeper recruitment down at the point of attachment of your internal external oblique. We're going to do the opposite leg. And again, lift and drop and lift and drop. And I know you're imagining that she's not breaking a tremendous sweat, but if you want to rehab your belly, I do this sometimes with some of my professional athletes, and they struggle through this too. And you know, for those guys that are working on a six-pack, you're never going to have a six-pack unless you move your pelvis. You've got to move your pelvis. And this is a really important way to start off somebody who needs to rehabilitate your belly. But once you've done this and mastered this series of exercises, we're ready to go on into a real belly blasting and challenging routine that's going to put on a little bit more muscle mass onto your belly muscles. So thank you for doing belly rehab with us. WatchMojo.com with Veronica Delfino. Thank you for watching.